this is my next project. I've been getting sort of interested in the Munsell colour wheel, and I forgot to do any painting, and it does say you should do something every day. I do something about once a week. I'm terrible. But I can't keep up to these things that people say to you. But I've put a lot of work into that drawing. Put on as much as I can. I probably didn't need that much because you can't get that much detail in with a pastel. But I thought the picture was beautiful. I thought it was a lovely picture. I just hope I can do it justice. I'm going to try and sort my coloured pencils out before I even attempt to pick a pencil up. And I've seen a guy doing a background of green. I'm going to try that. I might try that. I don't know whether I will or not. He looked very professional. I'm not professional at all. Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether I caught her. Mine looks, she looks a bit rough to me, mine. But she's beautiful and she looks a bit rough. She looks as though she's been weathered. Oh dear, I always do this. Mind you, once you get the colours on, it'll change, won't it? It'll just be more colourful. Oh dear, I'm terrible. I can't do nothing right. But yeah, the other thing I've been doing is, which I don't know if anybody's interested in, is are these things. I don't know whether you are interested. I got them off the internet, and the first one I did was the Munsell colour system, and it comes from archive.org, and it's only a few pages. You can print it out at large size or whatever you want. I did it in A5 because I find it thingy, and I just put it into staple them together. I did what they call a saddle stitch. This is called a saddle stitch, this one, and it's quite interesting. And he goes on about hues, values and chromas, which is something they don't go on about. My dear, the book is over 100 years old. And he goes on about the colour wheel, and I've never seen it before. It's something that's new. And it is a colour tree. And the other one I got, that was one of them, about 30 odd pages in that one. And this one was Colour Balance Illustrated, an introduction to the Munsell system. That's M-U-N-S-E-L-L. He's an American, and I think he was around in the First World War. And it's for schools. He goes on at first grade, second grade, third grade, up to fifth grade, sixth grade, and he talks about all the bits and pieces in it, and I'm finding it quite interesting. And there is a big one called the colour notation. So I don't know if you want that much information all at once, but pretty much it's interesting. It was printed in 1919, this one, but I think it was written well before that. But it's quite interesting. There's a few coloured plates in it which I had to alter. They were very, very dark. I don't know whether I've got the colours right or not. But I'll just turn that a bit louder. Yeah, and it only took a few minutes to print out, and it's about 100 and something pages. Yeah, there's a few coloured illustrations in it. I don't know an awful lot about the Munsell, except that he goes on about the hues, which are the outer wheel, and then there's the values, which are the black and white, so greys to black, whites to black, with the varying stages of grey. And then he goes on to the chroma, which is the colour, the colour on from each part of the tree. It's quite interesting, and I haven't seen it very often, so it must have been left behind. And he did one on earths as well. He does the earth colours, and the scientists use it to do earth. Well, not scientists. They use it to do tell what's wrong with the earth and what needs adding just by the colours, I think. Anyway, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'm waffling there, so I'm going on to 5 minutes. That was just something I was interested in. And I'm going to have a go at this, and I'll show you in stages as I usually do. And we'll see how it goes from there. Well, phase 2, I'm just bulking in at the moment, just putting a few colours in. I've got a long way to go. I've got dozens of colours to put in there before I get anywhere close to that. I'm just light to dark at the moment, so I've got no idea. I've never done a picture like this before, ever. If you thought doing white paper were difficult, this is much more difficult. So she's absolutely gorgeous. Not this one. It looks terrible. If she finds out I've done this, she'll come and break all my windows. Anyway, I'll continue and we'll see what it turns out like. If it's no good, I'll just tear it up. I haven't lost anything. Yeah, anyway, I'll stop there and we'll see. I've done a couple of minutes on this, so that's as far as I've got. I think I've done, these are the pencils I've used. Yeah, I've used oh, I'll get this right in a minute. Never right. 176. These are Faber Castells, 225. 131. 138. And 127. And also 109, 109, 149, and a 191. And my rubber, because I'll be using that a lot in the future. Anyway, I'll stop there, and it's just to give you an idea, some of the idea of what the pencils that I've been using. I haven't used any black, it's all, I've made browns and blues out with blacks, anything with red in and blue. Brown's got red in, so anyway, I'll stop there. And I've got a bit of green with the mixing the blue, because it's got a green base. The blue's got a very greeny base in the back of it with yellow, so I've got a little bit of green in there as well, although you might not be able to see it. I'll stop there and we'll see what's the next bit. Well, I'll class this as stage 3, and I've added a bit more colour, and I'm getting to the colours that I require. I've got a long way to go yet, but I'd rather take it steady, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what I need to get that beautiful colour there. I want a glow, because the skin is glowing. It's actually beautiful skin. But I've got to make it a little bit darker in certain areas, and some of the areas are quite light. I don't think I really gave enough thought to this before I started. It's really, these are more complicated than you think. I really appreciate these portrait artists now. especially the good ones. Good heavens. Well, I'm not going to make it a marathon, I'll stop there. These are the colours I've used. I've used a bit of charcoal, which is a Derwent charcoal. It's carbon black. I think it's a P710. And I've used 131 pink, 169 it's like a chocolate brown, a sort of a reddish colour, 118, 226 which is pink, which is nearly red at the other end, a new one which is a purple one. I wanted to get them darker tones, a 160 I've used, and I've used I think it's a Marco pen, this one. Oh no, it's not, it's a Cabathello. I wondered why it was good. And a 138 mauve, purple, whatever you want to call it. There's some of the other colours I was using, but these are the ones I've been using to get what I want this effect at the moment. Anyway, I'll stop there and we'll continue, and I'll see how much further I can get, and then I'll do the lady's scarf, and we shall see what sort of a mess I can make of that. Part 4. It may not look as though I've done anything, but I have. I've put a bit of blue into the darker areas, and I've done a bit of blue on the hair to darken it, and a little bit of blue around the chin. And I've gone a little. I got a little bit excited around the chin. I've done a little bit along the lips, a little bit on the eye, and a little bit on the eyebrow. But it's probably not noticeable to you if you're not doing it, but it's noticeable to me because it took me quite a while to think about it and do. But I'm quite excited today. Apart from that, I got my Rembrandt colours, and I'm frightened to use them. There's 30 colours. I think the half colours, these soft pastels, they were quite quite cheap. I've got no idea how to use them yet. So, and somebody did say that some of the thingies were a bit shiny on the outside and a bit hard, but these look as though they've all got a dull surface on them, and they look as though they're original ones. These are from the Netherlands, and they come in a superb little box with a little, this is the cover, the cover goes on top of the pastels, a little information leaflet, and that's a, like slip that goes around the outside like a cigarette packet, around the outside of it when you've got it all closed up. Anyway, that's my colours. I won't bother you with that. That's my Rembrandt colours, and I'm going to use them for large areas around the outside. And I'm thinking in the green range, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 in the green range by the looks of it. Yeah, seven colours in the green range. And I don't know whether you can buy 30, the other 30 with the different colours in. I suppose you can't. You've got to buy the 60. They're very clever, aren't they? But anyway, that's Maroon Pastels. I'm quite excited with them. They weren't as expensive as I thought they were going to be. But then again, it's only half of the amount that I probably need. But I'm going to use them for, as I say, large areas, and use the pencils for the, because I'm used to the pencils. I'm a bit frightened to use the big chunky ones. I'll probably use it for the outside area. And I've got a feeling I want to do something in green around the outside. And because there's a lot of red in there, and I'm going to use muted greens to go with the reds and the browns and the mauves. Anyway, I'll stop there, and I don't know whether it looks as though I've done anything or not at all, but I have actually. I've done a little bit under the chin, and little bits that are important to me around the eyes, and a little bit of extra colouring on the bridge, above the bridge of the nose, and things like that, and around the eye to make the eye sort of sort of bulge, the eyelid sort of bulge out in certain areas. So you can see it takes me, how long it takes. I do more thinking than anything else. Anyway, I'll stop there. Short and sweet, this little bit. This is item number 5, or part number 5. I've done a few more little bits and pieces and everything else, and the colours are still escaping me, but I've added a few highlights in because I got sick of being a bit bland, and I've just added them to give it a bit of depth and everything, and everything's not the same as it is on that one for some reason. I don't know why, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll stop there, I won't be too long on this. It's just to show you the fine little bits of highlights, otherwise this is going to be a really, really long one. And I haven't even done the head yet, the head scarf. Well, this is part 6. I'm going to do it really quickly, this. What I'm doing is, I'm trying to emulate the scarf. And I'm gently putting the colours in until I can get the contrast and everything that I want. And I've just put a little bit of blue around the earring. I should have called it the girl with the earring. But yeah, so it's harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be easy, this bit, but it isn't. Nothing's easy for me. There must be a technique to this. Once I get the technique up, I'll be doing these in half the time. I'll be doing them when we sleep. It's all technique, whatever it is. It's all tech. You've got to know what to do. Anyway, I'll stop there. I'm getting into a minute. I don't want to go too far. I just want to do the separate little bits as I carry on. And in the next bit, you'll see a little bit further of the scarf done, because that'll be nearly finished then. There's only the scarf left, in fact. I don't know what else to do on the face. I might look at something and fiddle about with it and fiddle. I've been fiddling with it in between doing the last one. Anyway, I'll stop there. Well, this is part 7, and I'm only doing a couple of minutes at a time but on the video. I've done a little bit on the scarf. I'm trying to catch the colours, but the pencil that I need is, I think it's this one. It's a real shocker, and it's scratching and it's pulling, and I can't get the colours out of it. I think it's a 169. It might just be an odd one, but it's the actual colour that I want to get what I want. So I don't know whether they're all like that or whether it's just mine, or it feels very scratchy and I can't get the colours out of it. The colour won't come out of the pencil. Anyway, that's enough about me messing. I'll have to do something else. So I've done the part of the earrings. I've got to finish the earring off, and I've got to finish the scarf off. But it's taking longer than I thought because I'm making a hard job of it. There must be an easy way of doing them, but whatever it is, I don't know, because they usually show you hair and they show you skin on some of them, but they don't seem to show you clothing. How you do clothing. And I'm having a real struggle with this. I've got all sorts of regal colours. It doesn't look too bad, I suppose, but the scarf is coming the way I want it at the top, but not the way I want it at the bottom. So anyway, I'll stop there. I've gone well beyond a minute, so, and I'll do a little bit more. I haven't touched it for about 2 or 3 days, so it's taken me a while. But I think I've been messed about for about 4 or 5 hours on it so far. You'd never believe the trouble I've had with this, or whether it's just lack of confidence, I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop there and we'll see. Part 8. I'm getting a bit fed up with this scarf now. I really don't know what I'm doing. I honestly don't. I should have done the colours all first before I did all the bits and pieces. I'm trying to work around things. I aren't succeeding. I thought I was doing famously, but I aren't. I haven't got that red. I wanted that red. I haven't got that. I need some. I haven't got enough of what I want. I need some. I must get a box of Derwents or something for the reds. See if their reds are any better or different. I can't get that red. Anyway, that really morning, I'm getting a bit fed up with it now. I'm getting a bit fed up with it now. I wish I could finish it. That's why I'm taking a long time, because I'm sort of losing interest now. Anyway, I'll do my best. It's took me days to do this. It's the scarf that's killing me. Not the face. Well, the face took me long enough, but it's took even that isn't right. Anyway, I'll stop there. I'm going on to 1:30 again. So I'll stop and put this at part 8. Yeah, a bit disappointed.